Hi there. I want to turn you on to our family's favorite chocolate cake. Easiest ever, no flour, only 4 ingredients. We have semi-sweet chocolate chips, butter, sugar, and 4 eggs, and a prepared silicone pan with butter and some flour of your choice, just so it doesn't stick. This is really important. Silicone is important if you want it to end up coming out of the pan, which is kind of important. All you do, super easy, is melt the chocolate and the butter in a double boiler. So we're going to do that, and we'll be right back. So it's important to keep stirring while you're melting things, but it is over boiling water, so you really can't burn this, which is nice, which is the whole point of the double boiler. You can make your own double boiler, just a pot and a saucepan with water. You don't need to buy a fancy double boiler. This is coming along great. Almost ready. And while you're melting your chocolate and butter, you have time to mix up your eggs. Seriously, from start to finish, this whole recipe is maybe 5 minutes to assemble. It's super fast. Okay, so this is all nicely melted together. Let's give it a couple stirs and then take it off the heat. I'm just gonna set it over here. And now we're going to add in the sugar and the eggs. So you just whisk that in there. You don't want to cook the sugar with the chocolate and butter. It'll change the texture and the consistency of your cake. So you want to do that after you've melted those things. The same thing with the eggs. So just whisk the eggs in. And now, after a few good stirs, we're ready to add it into our pan. I mean, could that be any easier? Honestly. Cool. Okay. Ooh, you can see it's getting nice and gloppy. The eggs are starting to thicken. That's all perfect. And we just put it, the pan we did with flour, butter and flour, so that it doesn't stick, as I said before. So, you can see that. We want to get all the goodness out of this bowl. This isn't a super expensive recipe, but this cake will compete, I promise you, with incredibly expensive cakes that you would buy in a restaurant. There we go. I've preheated the oven to 350, and we're just going to throw it in for about 20 minutes. And now we wait. I think our cake is ready. Ooh, it smells very good. All right, so the initial recipe that I've used in the past always said 15 minutes because they want it runny in the center. I don't like it runny in the center, so I do it for 20 minutes at 350. And from the looks of it, that's about perfect. We're gonna let that cool, and once it's cooled, we're going to flip it upside down onto a cake pan. And then we can sprinkle some icing sugar on top, and that's it. It's so easy and so fast, super rich. A little of this goes a long way, but it's our family's favorite. It smells so good. It's been a couple of hours, and the cake is now room temp. So super easy way to put it onto our pan is take it like so, hold it, and you really got to commit when you do the flip. So it happens pretty fast, and now this, ta-da, just lifts right off. It's not a super beautiful looking cake because we're not frosting it or anything, but You can make it look a little more decorative. I'm going to put some raspberries all the way around and then to do a little dusting of icing sugar. So we'll come back when that's done. So we didn't cover the whole thing with the berries, just a few, just to make it look nice. But then, this looks pretty cool when you do this. It just makes it look a little more special. We've even done like doilies and stuff to make cool patterns, but this looks nice too. There. That is a really great dessert for birthdays or parties or just a regular old Tuesday. So you can see it's really quite a thin cake, but it's very rich. You don't need big pieces of it. And we're gonna serve it like this, but probably with just a little bit of vanilla ice cream or even some spray whip on top, just to fancy it up. But yeah, the cake.